we are seeing some weakness in the overnight, so I will briefly look at the bigger picture, and it looks like we might be rolling over. We did move to the upside quite strong, and now after breaching previous all-time highs, we spent some time there, but now it looks like we are going to trade back inside this range we've been trading earlier, so it might look like a look above and fail, and thus I'd like to see what lies below. The biggest reference is going to be this 3890 high volume node. Slightly above it is poor low we had on Friday, and pretty much it. I don't expect much of today. However, it is Powell testimony today, so it might bring some volatility later on. Looking at options, today is expiration of VIX, but not sure if this will affect the markets on itself. We are getting close to lower bound of Wednesday implied volatility expected move, but it's going to change when we open. If we trade lower, yesterday at close we had those levels as expected ranges for Wednesday and Friday, so still a little bit room for the downside. Around 3890 we have zero gamma and volatility trigger, so this if it is in play, we might bounce from those areas. That I think that those will be strongly defended. It is also 20-day moving average, it is lower boundary of weekly move, so yeah, but I have something is wrong here, because my 5-day and my Wednesday's lower boundaries aren't symmetrical with higher ones, so I need to check this out if it is not too high, the lower boundary. I messed up something. Anyway, looking at what happened and what can happen today, we are seeing some weakness early on, and we are going to open with small gap to the downside. Yesterday we had fairly bullish close. When we dipped lower, we couldn't keep singles, and we traded back into the value, and overnight traded within really tight range most of the time. Now we had some minor liquidation, and we are building now second distribution, so it will be really telling if we are able to get back to yesterday's value, but maybe more important to overnight upper distribution and point of control. If so, then I will be looking how value develops. If we build acceptance within yesterday, which means multiple TPOs, then it is positive and this inclines rotational moves, unless we of course trade through entire range, then we might see some stronger move to the upside. And if we spike through that area and reject those higher prices, then it is a stronger possibility than that we will trade lower. I have this area marked as my line in sand from yesterday, and basically it still holds up to this point, because this is the last time we've seen change took place, and until we are trading higher, it is bullish, and if we start trading below, we might get first to this area and then to Monday's lows. So I will be first I will be looking for a sign of weakness around here. If we move on small volume without much participation and got rejection from those prices, I like to enter short, targeting overnight lows and lower. If we dip lower below overnight low, and similarly to here we get a nice excess, then I like to enter long, targeting the gap and then overnight point of control. If we start trading below overnight low, then with volume, with multiple TPOs, then I like to enter on a retest either of overnight lows or of this area I have marked here to trade lower. And if we get back into yesterday's range, I think I should trade rotational, because we will be back inside the value, inside balance. Not expecting much of today. It might be another calm day before next week.